My partner and I had been assigned to detain two Asian males. Both were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. After obtaining a search warrant, our team proceeded to inspect their residence. Knowing the hospital staff would take time before allowing us to question the suspects, we decided to grab something to eat. We sat at a table and noticed the bar gradually filling up. No one paid us much attention since we were in plain clothes and our badges and firearms were hidden, as required by Sheriff's Department policy. 3 men were seated in the booth to my left, loudly discussing a woman who wanted to have group sex with 3 guys at an upcoming meetup. When one of them mentioned the name Kinky Kiki, it immediately caught my attention. My wife's name is Kinky Karen Kennedy. I stared at the guy and he turned to me and asked, "Can I help you?" I replied, "Sorry, I overheard you." That name brought back some college memories. I knew a girl named Kinky. She was hot and loved to have fun in bed, about 5'4", with a flamingo tattoo on the upper part of her left thigh. The guy laughed and said, "Might be the same girl, the flamingo?" "Yeah, it's there, but it's got a palm tree and a sunset island next to it, very colorful. And yeah, she really loves sex. We were just talking about pulling a train on her." "You in?" Then he added, "I think she's married now, to some little punk, sheriff's deputy heading off to some kind of military training in 2 weeks." That's when the party starts. I noticed my partner typing something on his phone. He looked up at me and gave a subtle shake of his head, silently warning me not to lose it. I asked, "If she's married to a cop, how do you guys even get time to meet?" He said, "We met at a bar and hit it off." She told me her tiny husband works night shifts for the next couple of months, from 11 p.m. to 8 a.m. We hooked up at my place and even at hers a couple of times. She told me she had done threesomes before and now wants to try it with 3 guys. That's what we were planning, but Bobby's a bit nervous, since her husband's a cop and carries a gun. I said, "Screw it, I'm not scared. I've got my own problems anyway." "Just don't tell my parole officer." I asked, "You got a picture or any video of her?" He said, "Hold on a sec," and pulled out his phone. And of course, he showed me a nude photo of my wife that pushed something deep inside me over the edge, though I kept my expression steady and said nothing. Just then, 2 uniformed sheriff's deputies approached our table. My partner gave them a subtle nod toward the 3 men in the booth. Corporal Miller stepped forward and addressed them in a firm and commanding voice. "Gentlemen, place your hands flat on the table and do not move. I have reason to believe you may be armed. Any sudden movements will be treated as a hostile threat." The 3 men immediately obeyed. One by one, they were ordered to step out of the booth. Each of them was cuffed and searched. 2 were found to be carrying loaded handguns. Bobby wasn't armed, but he looked terrified. Judging by the dark stain on his pants, he had wet himself during the encounter. 2 more deputies arrived to assist and escorted all 3 men out of the bar. I had lost my appetite, but I still paid for their meals and left a 20% tip for the server out of courtesy. Outside, the officers conducted background checks on all 3 suspects. Baltoon, the guy who had shown me the photo, was indeed a convicted felon currently on parole. The gun found on the second man had been reported stolen. As for Bobby, he had no criminal record other than the shame soaked into his jeans. I walked up to Baltoon, looked him square in the eyes, and slipped my business card into the pocket of his shirt. He glanced at it, read the name, and froze. "Wait, you're her husband? You're the cop? Damn, this is insane! You figured it out now?" I said coolly as I patted the card deeper into his pocket. My partner leaned closer and asked in a low voice what I planned to do about my wife. I gave him a slight smirk and replied without a blink,